Hey everybody, welcome, welcome, welcome. Seems like I just saw you guys over at Susie's. How's the sound and how's the picture? Are we good? I just got a notification, so I think we're live. Hey Susie, do we have good sound? Very good, awesome. Kosiwi. Hey Billie Jean, Kevin. But you can hear me now. Good. Hey Alice. Hey Maria. Maria, thank you for the super chat. I can't see what the sticker is because I'm not on AOL now. Hey Larry D, welcome. Hey Eds. Aquavals. Hey George. How's everybody doing? Lori, howdy. Mike's lurking, lurk away. It's a pair working out. I love that pair. I love that pair. Let me get over here and sit down. Wanted to pop over and show some support and love and say hi to all the fish friends missed in the other stream. Thank you, Stephen. Thank you for popping over and thank you for saying hello. And please stay as long as you like or as long as you can. I'm just going to go ahead and give up and let Yazi out. He seems to know my YouTube stream schedule. He knows Pam's what. Yeah, Yazi, come on, come back in here. And he barks while I'm trying to stream. So just going to go ahead and cut to the chase and let him out. Just go ahead. Hey, Ed. So is your family gone now, Ed, or are they still visiting? Hey, Ozzy. Fish Streams. Trying to get me a seat here. Let's see what's... Hey, Amy. Some cool video you put out today about your snails. Oh. Sorry for not being quite ready, but I'm getting there. Getting there. Hey, Greg. Welcome. I don't really have a topic. It's just Sunday night, kind of close out the week and see what's going on next week. Hey, Marco, welcome. How's Italy? The little tank that's behind me there, it's very, very green. Hey, Jason, is the little tank that was outside. It's the 10-gallon, and I'm going to talk about it a little bit later on, or now. I can talk about it now. Hey, Brian. We still have people coming in, so I'll hold off on that. Rockford. Yeah. What I'm trying to do, Rockford, is have it up there so I don't have to do like this to see through my bifocals. So now I can't read what you guys are saying without doing that. But at least I've got my name down lower, so this will work. I actually, and to that point, I have ordered a device, not very expensive. I think it was $29. That's a magnifier, and you can lay your phone on that, and it magnifies the phone up to like a 10 or 12. No, I got the 10-inch screen because the 12 looked like it might be kind of gimmicky. So I've got that on the way. It's been shipped, so hopefully I'll have that next stream, which is Wednesday, but if not, the next Sunday for sure, which is 2 weeks. You know, Haley Oddball Aquatics and I share Sunday nights at 8, so she will be on next week. Do what works for you. I have to be able to read it. Now, if I go sit in front of my big desktop, I can read the comments even without my glasses if I go back far enough. I'm going to try to do a little bit of that here, but it's just a little too small for me. So hopefully that magnifier works. Hey Pam, welcome. Saw your video, as you know, on Buddy, remembering Buddy, and I have to say it brought a tear or two to my eyes. I told Pam in my comment that Buddy was photographed more than Princess Diana. She's got tons of great pictures and vids of Buddy. I'm the same way with my puppies. So, hey Tiffany, hope you're doing well. Yeah, I can't see that. Hey PB, Cadence. Dan Slee is here. Welcome, Dan. Hey, Joey. Of course, I can't see how many people we have or how many likes we have, but it's a lot of names, it seems like. We usually have about 40 people. Not that I'm counting, but usually about 40. Depending on the topic and what people have going on. It goes up and down. Get up here and help me read stuff. I can read it, I just have to tilt my head back. 5138. So we're a little bit above the normal. Thanks, Mike. Appreciate it. What I'm trying to figure out too, guys, I saw Mike and that made me remember. I'm trying to figure out how I can see. You guys probably know that I turned on memberships recently, and as a trial basis. I'm not sure that's something that I want to do it. I just want to make sure that I can do it, and because a lot of times people offer memberships and they don't do what they say they're going to do. So I don't want to be one of those guys, but I'm going to try. But anyway, Mike is one of our members. Mary Page is one. We have several in here. I'm trying to figure out how I can find out who the members are without seeing their icons. And of course, I can't see them on StreamYard anyway. I just have to kind of remember. But part of being a member is you get a shout out. So I'm going to probably have to go back to YouTube and do these on YouTube and StreamYard. But we have a members only video that I shot this evening. It's a little over a minute. Nothing exciting. It's just a behind the scenes thing, and I thought it would be great for a members video, members only. So I'll be getting that up after this stream, guys. Hey Griffin, welcome. I found out recently that Griffin finds me no matter where I'm at, and I found out recently that he actually tagged me. I've got a tracking device on. I thought it was some kind of charm bracelet or ankle bracelet, but he actually tagged me and tracks me, so there you go. Hey, Tim. Hey, Brad. Your guppies are doing great. I think I told you that I put them in with the Gambusia, and the guppies think the Gambusia are all female guppies. And the Gambusia at first were a little aggressive. Those are some aggressive little fish, I'll tell you. And some of them actually got over through the little slits, you know, in the tanks. I have them in my plexiglass tanks like you have that came from Aquatic Aesthetics. And I know you've been having trouble with your guppies mixing each other up in there too. But anyway, some of the Gambusia got over with the rainbow fish, and the rainbow fish thought they were going to eat them. And oh no, the Gambusia stood up to those big rainbow fish. So they're tough little fish. But yeah, yours are doing great, Brad. So I will send them. I don't see Raul in here. He might be in here, but I got some really nice stickers for him. It would have made too much sense for me to remember to bring him and show him. He's got some really cool stickers. So I'll be getting some back out to him. Any tips on breeding mollies? Mollies are not something that I have luck with, and I've talked about it in this stream before. I don't have the water for mollies. I don't at all, and I even tried doing some salty water with them, and I just cannot keep them alive. Thank you, Mike. $5 super chat for the doggos and kittens. Thank you. Those go to the ARC, you know, so we're fundraising over there for some puppies that we got unexpectedly. So thank you very much. A dry humor guy. Yeah, that's an understatement, huh, Jason? Yeah, I really am, Brad. And also the platies are doing great. I haven't put them in with mine yet, but I will be mixing them in to get some new genetics in there. Love dry and sarcastic humor. That's about the only sense of humor I've ever had, I'll tell you. But yeah, that little tank that is there is the little 10-gallon that I had set up outside. And when Nathan at Sand Creek Aquatics had passed, Ed and James went over to get some fish and tanks and help Amy disassemble some of his stuff and sort it out. And of course, I got Sandy, the ball python, and shameless plug. I did a feeding video on him last night, 2 of them actually, and not live mice. He was raised on frozen and thawed mice, but he had his first adult mouse last night, and he really did a good job, and it turned out to be a pretty good video. The first one is just him taking the mouse, and the second one is him actually eating it. So that's up if you're interested in any kind of reptile stuff. Got a new member from Scott's Aquatics. Welcome, Scott. Appreciate it very much. Welcome to the Kaler clan, I guess. Mike, you saw the vid. Yeah, not everybody likes to see snakes eat, and I'll be honest, if he were on live mice, I'm not sure that I could do it. You know, all the frozen foods we feed our fish, you know, were live little critters at some time, so I can handle that. Of course, it doesn't bother me, but you know, a mice is a little bit different. But anyway, as far as getting back to that tank, Anthony's fishy friends wanted some of Nathan's convict fish, and so they brought back, I think there were almost 2 dozen of those fish. But anyway, I shipped them then over to Nathan in California, and I think they're doing well. I think he might have lost 1 or 2 if I'm remembering correctly. But hey, Hods. And I kept 2 of them just because I wanted a couple too. And also my box was really getting full, my shipping box. So I told Anthony I was going to keep a couple of them. So that's what I put out in that little 10-gallon outside, and threw a couple plants in it. And you can see the plants have done great. It's a green water tank now. Oh, and also when I was at Petco one day, there were a couple of convict fish that were spawning And so they were killing the other fish that were in the, little display tank. And some of those fish were small fire mouse. So I got the 2 fire mouse and I put them also in that tank. So I have no idea if they're all 4 still in there. I do know there are live fish in there. I did take my squeegee, my algae squeegee, and scraped off. There's Miss Dharma. And all right, and scraped off the front of the tank just before the stream. Hopefully that'll settle, and we might be able to take a look in there and see what's in there. I think it was Maria that said they could even have babies in there, so I hope not, but anyway, that's what's going on with that. Still have not broke the tub down. But when I do, I will have some video of that. Oh, there's Raul. I want to say Raul. So I'm probably not pronouncing it either way. So, but yeah, really cool. Thank you. Yeah, not a lot of people want to see snakes eat, but yeah, he did a good job. And those of you saw when I first got that snake, he was really, really, really timid, and I had to move him around the house to find a good spot for him and keep him away from the dogs. That obviously bothered him. So, hey, Carrie, welcome. Logan's Aquatics, welcome. Yeah, Maria's given me some good advice about reptiles in general. I still haven't got, I keep saying every week I'm going to get Nelson, the blue-tongued skink. Oh, what have you been into, Yazzie? The cat litter pan, probably? He probably has. Over to the exotic vet just for a healthy visit. Never had Nelson to the vet, and was thinking Nelson might be female, but now with his big jaws, he might be male, so who knows? I know, Maria, he gets in there and even have it elevated. That's why I don't want them out in the kitchen and laundry room and stuff. So, but Yazzie's going to do Yazzie. Yeah, that's not healthy either. Spicy food challenge. Yeah, I had been thinking, Mike, about getting a snake or a large bird, and I ended up getting a couple little parakeets, but I still wanted to get a large bird. I actually wanted to rescue a bird. I didn't just want to pay a couple $1,000s and get a 6-month-old, bird from a breeder. What's this? Even though I have a strange fear of snakes, I still tune in because if anyone could get me over that fear, that would be Bob. Oh, I don't know. Somebody asked me if I ever carried him and held him, and I do. Sometimes I just take him with me, in my pocket, in my pants pocket, loose, shorts, and he's fine in there. He stays in there. I think he likes the warmth in the dark. Okay, Alice, remind me when I get up in a bit, and we will look at them. They're very quiet and they're subdued, and they look out the window all day, and they're in my living quarters, so they're around me and the dogs a lot. I would, they bark. They fuss at the dogs when the dogs bark. When the dogs want to go out or they want a treat or something, they bark, of course. And with 5 of them, it's quite a chorus. So they fuss and fuss at the dogs. Hey, Priscilla, welcome. Welcome. But yeah, so that's a couple things we'll look at. Ed, I saw a super chat from you. Thank you. I can't see what it is. It's one of those $1.49, so I bet it's a pear or something. Yeah, please hit the like button, guys. Black Cat Bob. Oh, yeah, Halloween's right here. I mean, what is it, 3 weeks? Carrie, I have 5 dogs. I volunteer at a all volunteer shelter. Well, in fact, I'm on the board there and I'm the shelter director. But I like to do everything else too. So I'm a lead volunteer 1 day a week, and then I'm on the kennel team. And you know what the kennel team does? I do that Saturday night, so everybody else can be off Saturday night. Um, and of course, I'm on call 24/7. But all my dogs came from the Ark. Um, and actually, all my cats did. I have 3 cats also. Blackbird TV. I do have betta fish, actually, in the tank, the taller tank there. I have a koi plakat, male betta, that came from Dan's Fish, and he's in there kind of like a permanent timeout. I actually keep a group of male bettas together, and I had 4, and added that 5th one, and it just didn't work. The 5th one never did settle in. It's a full-time job, Anthony, but since I'm disabled, retired. Sandy in my pocket, yeah. He didn't go that much with me, especially since it's getting cooler. Oh, really, Mike? Yeah, the blue tongues are nice. Mine is an Indonesian, and Susie's, I think, is a northern. If she's still here, but I think Susie's, hers is female, so I've got to get mine sexed. But I want to say hers is a northern, but I'm not sure. Yazzie, come here. Yazzie, come over here. But yeah, I really enjoy Nelson. He's quite the character. Um, Definitely got lots of personality. He always farts in his bath water. I let him soak and have just a bath in some warm water every couple of weeks. And he can be temperamental about his food. He really does like to, I think whoever had him before, I bought him from a pet store in Nashville. Can't remember the name of it. It's a fish store also. Anyway, all in tanks. I think that he was tongue fed, or fed with food on the end of a fork. He or she, because that's what he really likes to do. But it's like feeding a baby. Here, take this next bite. Sometimes he's all over it, and sometimes he's not. But he does have a food bowl with a variety of stuff in it that gets changed out every day. All in tanks. Can you explain the size and setup of your tank with the male bettas? Sure. Actually, let me see if I can, without pushing the wrong button. I know I saw all of those eye rolls, but let me see if I can turn the camera around. I do have a ball python. I really do. Let's see. So far, so good, guys. All right. So, I may have to get up and move. There's my cheese and cracker paper plate and my coffee cup. The tank, I can't see the chat, is the only problem. Sorry about that, guys. Yep, he pushed a button. He always does. He always does. But I can see the chat now. I pushed the wrong button. Unless you've used StreamYard, It's hard to explain. There are too many options for old men, so I always hit the wrong button. But anyway, the beta tank is actually a rainbow tank. It's primarily rainbow fish, and you see them scattered about. After the stream, they're going to be getting a water change, as are all the freshwater fish in this room, all the freshwater tanks. In one other room, I've got 2 rooms finished. So it's a 33 long, and the betas have their own territories in there. They're kind of spread throughout the tank. And hey, Dee, they get along great. Let's see if I can move over closer without doing anything. I need a rolly chair. That's what I need in here. All right, let's see. Plants are not looking too good in this tank. They need to be cleaned up a little bit. Hey, Darlene. Looking for betas. They all like to, they all have their little hideouts. One of them is down in that little kind of cave, and that belongs, he's back there behind it. Lots of algae in here. Yeah, Rockford, Griffin mentioned something about that, I think in Anthony's live stream last night. They're the same footprint, as you know, as the 55. They're just like 12 and a little bit over inches tall. So it really would look nice under a 55. I was waiting on that one beta to come out. But I don't see him. I know he hangs out in that area. Can't believe I'm showing this tank. It's going to get some trimmings just before I do the water change. He's not coming out. One of them likes to hang out over there. Another one, which I can barely see, likes to hang out around these rocks. And I can barely see him also. He's like through the rocks on the right there. Another over here. So, but there are 4 betas in here, and there's also a glow beta. There's one. There's that guy. He is called a Stars and Stripes beta, a Petco brand. But a really pretty fish. Just not able to get him to come out for us. I don't know about a 10-gallon, if that would be enough floor space. This is 4 feet long. So that's a lot of, territory. The tank is basically 12 by 12 by 48. So lots of territory, and the plants are in there, and the rocks and the wood to primarily help break up territory. So I'm not sure if I would try it with a 10. A male and female might be okay. I had a female, also a female glow beta in here, and she spawned with the one that's down on this end, but of course the eggs were eaten as soon as he blew them into the bubble nest by the rainbows and the little tetras. But yeah, betas will blow up at each other, males, when they see each other. Goodness, what have you been in, Yazzie? You're sneezing and sneezing and sneezing. What you been into? Huh? You sneezing and sneezing. When they're sitting by each other in small tanks, well, that's their territory, of course, and there's no place to retreat, and they can't get to each other actually. And sometimes these guys will run into each other when they're swimming about, and they will blow up at each other. And but they never ever attack each other. Now the problem I was having with the one that I took out is that he was beginning to nip fins, and so I couldn't have that. I didn't want that to escalate, and he was the only one doing it. So it doesn't work with every one of them, but I think most male betas, given the opportunity and having enough territory, will, um, get along with other male betas. Now, if I tried to have maybe 4 is the limit to this tank, and maybe that's why that 5th one didn't work out. But pushing 4 is kind of pushing it. It is only 33 gallons, so. But you think about people that keep them in a gallon. It's a lot of territory for a beta, which they need and they deserve if you can provide that. I used to keep all my betas in different tanks, and I even had 1 or 2 in bowls, and that's when I decided to give them the opportunity to go together. I tried it in a 20 tall, and I had 3 in there with some of these rainbows when these rainbows were still young and small, and they did fine. So I just moved them over here when I moved the rainbows and added a couple more. Well, we're not seeing any betas, are we? We're really not. We'll look at the birds in a minute, Alice. I want to look at that little green tank over there too. Oh, there's so much algae. I never clean the ends in here or the back. Just the front. There he is. There he is. He likes to hang out back there, and 2 of the hang-on back filters are over there too, so he literally gets curb service, so to speak, with floating food or anything the little light current blows it down to him. So that's a prime real estate spot. He's got a plant, and he often does lounge on those sword plants. And he also loves to go underneath the rock. You can go in there 3 ways and hang out. Those are leaves that I put in on the bottom there. But yeah, he knows it's going to be time to eat soon. So that's where he's at. This guy's usually out and about and pretty active. I see him. He's also behind the rock on the right. Don't tap on the glass. I need to put a sign on here for myself. Yep. Okay, well, I won't spend a lot more time hunting. And there should be a koi behind the wood. They're not like hiding, it's just their territories they like to hang out in. Hey, Diego. Well, I wish we could see at least 1 more beta. No, that's going to be 2. Oh well. The rainbow's thinking they're going to eat now. He moved, but I don't know where he went. If I see him come back out, I'll go back over there. Here's this guy again. There, see, he's going under his little grotto. This tank is actually a combination of Pam And father fish is dirted tanks. On the bottom layer of this tank is just plain cheap clay cat litter, unscented, nothing in it but clay. And then there's some organic soil. That's what the dark stuff is, you see. And then just pool filter sand. So my crypts have all wilted back, but I am starting to get a little bit of growth, so I'm encouraged that they're going to come back out. Hey, buddy. Well, wouldn't you know, I couldn't find but one beta talking about having a group of males living together. Wouldn't you know it? And let's see, this guy, of course, doesn't get along with them, and he's not over there anymore. But he lives in here with a pair of the Japanese blue and gold double sword guppies. And some of you may have seen the video about little Rambo, we named him. He's in the back there, and he's been in here, I guess, about 2 weeks now, and he's doubled in size. And oddly, the beta doesn't bother him or the guppies. I say him just because Rambo totally ignores them. They swim right up to the top when the beta's eating, and see. So it's just aggressive to the others. I'm gonna try and see if we can see anything in here. Like I say, I did try to squeegee the front of this a little bit, but I don't know that we can see. Yazzie, you see anything? Yazzie, you see anything? Yazzie's helping us. All kinds of plants, but could put a little bit of food and see if they come up. I think our time is coming close to being up too. Hey, Peter. Hey, Chubbs. Alice. Yeah, there's Alice. Just wanted to be sure. Don't look at my breakfast table. Hasn't had breakfast on it in years. 2 cats sleeping on it, some folded towels. Looks like somebody that keeps fish lives there. Another green water tank. Parakeets haven't gone to bed yet, but it won't be long. It's almost dark in here. The overhead light's off. Hey, birds. Alice wanted to see you. Yeah. But yeah, they have a big window there that they hang out, and they see the fish, and they do get down on that perch, which I don't like as well. It's a little big for their feet, but they have other small perches too. But they get down and watch the fish, and they can watch fish over here. So, and they are a little pair. They're a couple, but they're not old enough yet to mate. But it is a little boy and a little girl. Peter, you got to go to bed. Oh, you know what, guys? I was looking at the count. It says there are 55 people watching. I thought that was 55 minutes, but we are coming up on 40 minutes. I see that, so we're good. Oh, Blackbird's wanting to be a mod. Yeah. I got your message, Darlene. Let me see if I can sit down here and you guys can see me still. There's a lag, so I don't know yet. There we go. I hope that I'm on camera there. It's my fan and my dehumidifier. Hey, check out the merch. That wasn't on purpose. Yeah, modding's a big responsibility. Um, I mod on, well, still over 20 channels. I've gotten up to 27, and I stopped on a few of them several months ago. But, you know, I've picked up others, especially new channels, to kind of help them. But it's a big responsibility, and you really do have to enforce the YouTube rules and, you know, keep people from arguing and fighting and name calling and all that stuff. You're there to support the person that's streaming and to kind of carry out their wishes and reflect how they want their channel run. So it can be pretty different from channel to channel. So Brian, when you grow up, you're going to be a mod. All right. I can actually read the stream now because I'm looking at the computer over there. Kim, howdy, just got in. We've looked at almost every critter here except the snake and the skink. Pam wants to be a mod on here. Oh, that's why you want to be a mod. Okay. Well, you know, the day that I made Candy a mod, the day that I made her a mod, I blocked her or something. I didn't block her. I timed her out. I don't know. That very day, again, pushing the wrong buttons, just like I did. If I ever get big enough, I'll make them bother a mod of mine. You're going to give me some more work, Bria? No, I'd be happy if that's what you want. I'd be glad to help if I can. Thank you, Darlene. I got your message, Darlene. I saw it pop up. Thank you. Time for the snake. Alrighty. Give me just maybe 2 minutes. 2 minutes. Let's sit here just a minute. I sound like I'm dying, don't I? But I honestly, guys, didn't sleep maybe 2 hours last night. It's been a long day. So, I think you are safe, Bob. All right. Yeah, you're right, Billie Jean. It is. You definitely don't want somebody modding that you don't know. And you want to see how they interact with people in the chat. You want to see if they're fair, if they're honest, if they're able to stand up to people when you have to do it. Sometimes that's part of it. You know, if somebody's causing a problem, you have to, you know, at some point draw a line and, you know, say, this has got to stop, or, you know, so it's, sometimes you don't make a lot of friends. But in our group, in the Fish Fam, we call ourselves, I handled that message got held that said, I think you're subscribed to me. I don't know why it did, Blackbird TV. Yeah, I am subscribed to you. Oh, no problem. No, it's just a lot of information. Now, sometimes you'll see people that know each other, like Brad and I know each other. So he knows me and I know him, and I just got some fish from him the other day. That's Mr. Fish, sir. You know, and he just said he wanted me to be a mod. So, you know, that you'll see that, you know, but he's seen me mod on other channels. So, sorry, mods. I just handled something that was not my business. It was yours. It's another reason that I'm off YouTube here. And I've got to get with James or somebody else that has members. Hey, Foxy, did you just come in? You must have, because I didn't see you before. And figure out how that I can see who the members are. I'm lurking in my own stream now. Guys, I still have to get back up. The curtain rod pulled out up there and fell down behind the birds that's down behind their cage, so I've got to pull that. That's actually a big parrot cage on a big stand. It rolls easily enough. 1, 2, 3, 4. There are 5 members in here right now. But I've got to do that and put the drape back up and figure out how I can keep that curtain rod from sliding. Amy 5 Music, they're doing great. We can walk in there too. Welcome, Kim. Welcome to the Kaler clan. I'm going to stick with the Tennessee Hillbilly Fish Mafia theme and call ourselves a clan, I guess, until somebody comes up with something better. Welcome, Maston. But yeah, there's the Wi-Fi doesn't do very well in that room, and I know it doesn't. So it will do the circle of death, the white circle, when I go in there. But as soon as I move a little, it stops. So if you guys want to see the white circle for a few seconds, I can go in and show you those. Actually, the gambusia, the mosquito fish that I mentioned, are they look like, I don't know what, it wasn't ick, but it wasn't something that was supposed to be on them. And of course I put them in the 4th tank on that row of 4 tanks that connects with the rainbows. So I'm treating them for external parasites, and whatever they had on them, this is the 3rd day, it is gone. And the rainbows didn't come down with it, thank God. But so the water is discolored. You can see that, the difference between the top and the bottom. And that's another 2 rows of tanks that get partial water changes tonight. Got a lot of water changes to get done before bedtime. So I can go ahead and add some more medication again. I have to do a water change this time. So. But I've got the old Python, got it super extended. I got 100 feet, and then I added like another 20 feet on it. So every single tank all the way through the house, even the saltwater tanks, I can use that Python. It says we have 56 watching and 68 likes. You guys just really amaze me. I can't believe 55 people would sit here and watch this, but I do appreciate it. And I realize I'm not giving a seminar, or it's not educational, so to speak, but that's something we could do if you guys would like to do it. And I've had a hankering to do some fish profiles anyway, especially on fish that I want to learn more about. So I may do some of those and try to keep them short. Try to keep them short. Oh, Ed, I didn't see your last couple of texts because I start lagging if I go back and forth. You said thanks for telling you about the Petco half-off sale. So you must have gone and got some of those kits. They had there this weekend. No, not Petco, PetSmart had all of their aquarium kits from 5 to 55 gallons, half off, 50% off. And I found that out because I was there looking for ick medicine. You know, it's really hard to find anything to treat ick, especially in the big box stores. So I'm going to have to order me up. I've got a pharmacy of stuff, but you can do Bob all night long. Just sit and ramble. If that's what I need to do, I can do that. I did back in the winter. This is kind of funny anyway, to me it is anyway. I was waiting on a fish delivery, and it was some rainbows from Bob Stingfod. I remember what it was. And we had got some snow here, which is rare now. And anyway, I started streaming, and I was in my, sleeping t-shirt and scrub pants and stuff while I was sleeping, and just talking to people and all that. Is before I was really doing live streams. I just did a random. I used to do randoms all the time, and was waiting on the mail, and I kept thinking he was going to come, but because of the snow, I don't know. It was about 4 hours, and people came and went and stuck with me, and I showed different tanks. I didn't have as many tanks. I think I had like 30 then, sitting right on 50 right now. But he finally came, and it was a new guy, and took the camera to the door, and I told him I'm videoing, and he said, that's fine. And I said, sorry, I'm in my PJs. He said, I would be too if I were off today. And he said, are there really live fish? And I said, yep. And he said, are they going to be alive? I said, well, yeah. And he said, do you mind if I watch you open it? And I said, no. And he pulled, my driveway is like a circular driveway, like if they have a box, they can pull right in and just walk down the little sidewalk to the porch and leave them there. So he had rang the bell and knocked, I think, because he was concerned about it being cold, which was very nice. Anyway, I said, sure, come on in. And I think he had a pocket knife, and I put him there on the table, and the dining room table, and we opened him up. And he was like, wow, I can't believe that. And I said, oh, yeah, people, that's how, fish get to stores and stuff and all that. Well, the other day, and those are the rainbows we were looking at in that 33 long. I still have them. But the other day, I was waiting on fish from, actually, this was not from Brad, this was from Priscilla. And yeah, it's called a flat affect fish streams. And as an old nurse and a psych nurse, it's called a flat affect. Not a whole lot of personality, so a dull, kind of boring person. But anyway, I was waiting on shrimps from Priscilla. That might have been Friday last week, but anyway, in the last week or so, and I saw the mail truck pull in. I was doing dishes or something, and so I went to go to the door, and it was him. He rang the bell, and then he kind of hit on the frame of the door, and I opened the door, and he said, "You got more live fish?" And it was marked live fish. Priscilla had put live fish on the box, and I said, "No, these are actually little shrimp." And he said, "Oh, to feed the fish." And this is the guy from a year ago, and I hadn't seen him since. I'm sure he's delivered my mail, but I hadn't seen him. And I said, no, they're little yellow ornamental shrimp, to keep, in an aquarium. And he said, wow. So I don't know if he keeps fish or what, but the mailman's really wanting to make sure that I get my live stuff right to the door and that I know when it gets here. So that's pretty cool. It's not always the case, but let's see. I don't have to worry about pushing buttons on this computer. Just have the one tank that we can see back there. So somebody said, Bob. Oh, Mickey M. Hey. Yep, Rambo's doing great. Comes from a hill in Gothenburg, Sweden. Also some sort of apple. Where's Sly? Where someone got the name for the movie. I didn't know there was an apple, and I didn't know that about the hill either. Psychedelic says my voice is perfect for bedtime stories. It is, because it'll put you right to sleep. Put you right to sleep. They were shaking the box, Holly. Yeah. The guy that I usually try to, when I'm in line, to hand my fish to and let him weigh them and all that, I don't always get him, but I try to work it out so that I'm in the line to go to him. Of course, it's random anyway. But I was telling him, that I'd lost so many fish being shipped in the summer and all that, and I'm glad that things were better right now. And he said, what do you mean? I said, well, it looked like that the boxes have been drop kicked, they just, how can the bags get punctured inside the box, and that kind of stuff. And he was saying, he told me, he said, well, you may not believe it, but I know him from Walmart too, by the way, those Walmart fans that are here, Walmart parking lot good fans. He used to work there. And he said, you may not believe it, but once I put this box in that trolley cart right there, that cart's going to be emptied onto a conveyor belt, and no one's hands will touch them until they are to the person that's going to deliver them that day. And I said, well, how does it know where to take them? And he said, that's why we ask you to verify the address, because it's all barcoded and all that. So, and it reads it. So it sorts them electronically. So, good God, how can sometimes they have this damage that like they've been playing football, with the box. So I don't know. And I asked him, well, does the conveyor belt ever mess up or tear up stuff? And he said, well, I guess it could. So. Didn't know that either, Billy Jamie. Rambo is also the last name of a famous gospel. Well, I named him Rambo for the fighter because I figured a little guppy that could live with a not aggressive, that word is used so overused and so inappropriately, with a territorial beta and its parents without being eaten, then he needed recognition. All right, we're down to just a couple of minutes here. So I'm going to look at the snake. There's Yazzie. Here's Yazzie. You go with me because you'll get in there and start crying. We're going to look at the snake and the rainbows. Let's see. Nelson, there's Nelson living his best life, his or hers. Maria, there's the cork wood back there that you sent to him. And he's got all kind of tunnels and stuff to go back there. Oh, good, he ate his supper. Yay, most of it. But he's dug a tunnel from underneath the cork, and you see him back there coming out. It's about half of him's out. He's a big boy, or girl. He's been digging and just came up there. So we're not supposed to be able to see him, I don't think. I think he's hidden. So there we go. And then I doubt that Sandy is out. That he ate that big mouse last night, that adult mouse. And almost all day he's been down in his lower hide down there, which is a heating pad. So he's come up to there. He probably came up and got water and went back there. They'll have lights out pretty quick now. When I feed the fish, I turn the lights out. And this is probably where we'll see the white circle of death. I can see it too, guys, so if it does it, I'll move back away and come back. I just had a missed phone call. I think it's the alarm company for the Ark. So, see if I can show their names. I probably can't get close enough without it. Those are the goatee eyes. And you see the water looks a little, as compared to that water. But yeah, nothing going on with the rainbows. They all look good. They look healthy. I won't show all of them, but the Gambusia thought I was going to come over and feed them, so this scared them. I don't think I've had them on camera. They just look like female guppies, but they're pretty cool. A couple of them have gotten over here. Which I kind of like, because any flakes or anything that the rainbows don't get in their plants, they clean them right up. So, all right, guys. I haven't seen it buffer yet. Has it buffered any? because millennials are going to be, they already are gorgeous, but Maria, these guys right here are the only ones I'm having. Sex Lineata, and I know you have those, I think. And they are not good eaters. I have tried everything. And to get them to eat one bite of anything each is, there are 5 in there. They're up top. I did lose one of them, but so yeah. Green Terror Keeper. That's ash, isn't it? No, that's not ash. No. Sorry. No buffering. Huh. Maybe leaving the door open is the trick. I don't know. Got all my junk out for the aquarium. I hope to be working on tonight after water changes. I've still got that 20 long. It's over there in the corner that I need to set up. These guys are ready for a water change. They get a partial change every 3 or 4 days, twice a week. So, be a fish. All right, guys, better wrap it up. We've been on here an hour and 2 minutes, and I shall hope to see all of you on Wednesday at 6. And I appreciate you coming and listening to the rambling. If there's ever anything you want to see, like the rainbows or the snake or anything, let me know. Parakeets, we'll do it. Take care, everybody. Mods, thank you. And super chatters, thank you. Couldn't spit it out. The thought wouldn't come to me. And thanks everybody for being here. Thank you, Ed, for coming and hanging out with us.